All right. So now we're recording. Completely forgot to recording. I might just grab the Twitch VOD and use that instead. But we see Crab start again with Shinsei's Last Hope, and Phoenix start with an Ethereal Dreamer. Crab activating their Stronghold. See what they pull out with that. And we see them take nothing, discarding a Butcher, an Iron Mine, and a Cooney Labs. And we see Solemn Scholar come out with two from Phoenix. We also see on their side they've got a Forgotten Library and an Ancestral Shrine. And on Crab's side, we see they have one of the Forgotten, Heated Guardian, and Vanguard Warrior still on City of the Rich Frog. And Oushi and a Keeper Initiate. It looks like they're going to go ahead and buy Oushi with one and a Vanguard Warrior. All right, both players bid 5. And we see going into the conflict phase here, Ethereal Dreamer chooses the Void Ring. So we'll get +2/+2 while the Void Ring is contested. If you're in the chat and can hear me, let me know. All right, so first conflict opportunity to Crab here. We'll see if they decide to pass. They've got Oushi, so winning on defense gets them an extra conflict, but they're probably going to be fairly aggressive here looking at their list. And it looks like, yeah, we're going to see an attack from the Quartermaster and the Vanguard Warrior. Political Air, it looks like they're going, and they run into Upholding Authority. So no defense and a pass from the Phoenix player. And so we'll see the air ring claimed by Crab, which they'll use to gain 2 honor. All right. So we see Phoenix pass their conflict opportunity. So we're going back to Crab to see what they decide to do. And I'm getting calls from work. I might have to actually just record this game without commentary for the rest of it. Because I work all the time. All right. So let me see if it's something I need to jump up on. All right, we do see Crab making another attack at Upholding Authority. Looks like they're thinking about the Void Ring. Yeah, they choose the Void Ring. Upholding Authority. So let's see if we see a defense here from Phoenix. All right, and we do see Take Up Command come down. No defense from the Phoenix. So Take Up Command going to bring the Vanguard Warrior in, possibly here. All right. So we do see Upholding Authority break and a display of power used. So Fate comes off of Oushi. So that Take Up Command's gonna go away at the end of this turn. Oh wait, Vanguard Warrior, we'll save it. Duh. We do see the Vanguard Warrior used. And we see 2 copies of Fight On discarded due to Upholding Authority. And we see Common Cause sacrificing the Quartermaster to ready Oushi. All right, we see Phoenix pass their conflict opportunity. Likely see a box activation to secure favor here. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, and there we do see box activation to give +2 glory to the Solemn Scholar. All right, so Phoenix does secure the favor. And we see 5 cards to 9 cards in hand since Phoenix was fairly passive that round. All right, so on our flops, we see double Yasuki, a triple Yasuki. There's one on the City of the Rich Frog that I didn't see at first. And Vanguard Warrior for Crab. We also see double Funeral Pyre for Crab as well. On Phoenix, we see a second Solemn Scholar, a Suki, and an Inspired Visionary, as well as a Storehouse. And we see that Scholar get bought with 2 additional fate. And Crab purchases Vanguard Warrior. And we see Phoenix buy Suki with 2. And Crab trigger box. See if they get anything. They buy a Gallant Quartermaster, discarding a Season of War and one of the Forgotten. Phoenix is going to go ahead and pass. And I imagine we'll see one of these Yusuki's bought from Crab. Yeah, so we see the one come off of Shinsei's Last Hope, come out for free, comes out dishonored. And a second one bought with 1 fate on it. And the third bought with 1 fate. Alright, so triple Yasuki out on the board for Crab. That's going to be 3 additional card draw because of these funeral pyres. And that Gallant Quartermaster is going to be sacked to one of the funeral pyres. And probably this dishonored Yasuki as well. So lots of card draw coming for Crab this round. Both players bid 5, and Phoenix uses their storehouse to draw an additional card. Alright, so Ethereal Dreamer selects the Earth Ring this time. And Phoenix is first player, so we might just see an Earth Ring attack, first attack. Try and get that Earth Ring in their pool to turn on these Solemn Scholars. Although with Oushi on the board and pretty large board for Crab, you don't want them to win a conflict on defense and get an extra conflict versus you. So we'll see what Phoenix decides to do here. Feel free to correct me on all my mistakes that I'm saying. Welcome to the chat. All right. And it looks like we are seeing a political Earth conflict here with Suki and the Ethereal Dreamer. And Favor as well on political for 6 political. And it looks like we're going to see a defense of all 3 Yasukis and the Gallant Quartermaster to match that 6 skill. And Oushi's going in as well to encourage the win, it looks like. Yeah, so massive defense. We're going to see all 3 of these Yasukis get triggered. Alright, so I realized I forgot to tag League Watcher when I announced the stream. I also threw it in the Discord League instead of the Discord World Cup channel. So that might be why no one knew that there was a stream going on. So I since corrected that. I see that Shoot also had to put it in there. So thanks for doing that for me. Um, Hopefully we'll see some people start to flow in and can laugh at all the mistakes I make. So in the meantime, we do see that Suki gets honored and the box is used to give +2 glory. And we see Supernatural Storm to go, and we see a clarity of purpose to stop Suki from bowing at the end of political conflicts. Currently, Phoenix is winning this 14-11. We see Rebuild to get a Cooney Lab out and Censure used to cancel. That Cooney Lab would definitely turn the tide in favor of Crab in this conflict, so that's a great use of Censure there. All right, let's see. What else did I miss here? Did I miss anything else while we were going? All right. Yeah, so +4 honor token, +4 supernatural storm. Yeah, it doesn't look like we missed anything there. All right. So we do see a fan come down on Oushi. And Gallant Quartermaster sacked to the funeral pyre. And we see a mountain does not fall to prevent Oushi from bowing. Too tired to comment anything or see casting mistakes. I just noticed that 3 Yasuki is a lot. Yeah, so I missed that it was 3 when I saw the flop because the third one was sandwiched in between the 2 funeral pyres. And so I was like, oh, there's 2 Yasuki. And then I looked again, I was like, no, wait, there's 3 Yasuki. So they were all bought this turn. It was pretty incredible. So lots of card draw for Crab this turn. We see a second fan come down on Oushi. So that's going to be enough to stop the break unless Phoenix has one additional pump out there somewhere. And we do see an Ancient Master get played for that one additional skill. So let's see if Crab has anything they want to do to stop this break. Yeah, looks like they're going to use Take Up Command to bring Vanguard Warrior in, getting just enough skill to prevent the break. Phoenix passes. So it looks like City of the Rich Frog will not break here. Let's see if Crab wants to do anything else to see if they can win this conflict or if that's going to be enough just preventing the break. Yeah, it looks like Crab is happy just not taking the break. So Oshi doesn't bow thanks to the mountain does not fall, and Suki doesn't bow thanks to clarity of purpose. And we see a strength in numbers discarded to the Earth Ring. And now that Earth Ring is going to be able to allow these scholars to bow on attack. So Crab's not going to be able to do much on attack unless they've got some readies. Let's see. What readies do they have? I believe we've seen 1 common cause already, and 2 fight-ons were discarded. Upholding authority. So let's see what else they have. Pop this deck list open. I don't know why I closed it. All right. So let's see. They've got Tessens they can use to ready these Yasuki or the Vanguard Warrior. And they've got 2 more Common Cause in the deck. And then they've got 5 conflict characters, 3 Nezumi Infiltrator and 2 Haruma Skirmishers. So, and they have 1 more fight on left in the deck. And it looks like Crab is going to go make a military water attack here at Shameful Display. And so we do see Phoenix defend with a Scholar and Suki. Yeah, don't attack the Earth claimed. Yeah. So I'm not sure why they're attacking, especially with 2 Scholars on the board. In order to stay ready with this Oushi, you're going to have both common causes. And I just don't think that would be worth it. So we're going to see maybe just a defense with a single Solemn Scholar here, probably just to trigger Shameful Display, and then Solemn Scholar will use its ability to bow Oushi. And we do see defense with both the Suki and a Solemn Scholar. All right. Seems like an overly cautious defense. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a little bit cautious on the defense. But we do see the Solemn Scholar get honored and Oshi dishonored. And we see a Prepare for War. So that take-up command coming in use, giving Oshi the commander trait. So that dishonor token becomes an honored token. Yeah. So I'm learning the deck list. Um, so it's a 5 fires deck. This is a military attack. Let's see. Ancient Master and Tadaka are the conflict characters for Phoenix. So no conflict characters are likely coming down with only a single fate. So it does seem a bit overly cautious, especially since you can just bow this Oushi twice if it manages to ready itself. And we see a Cloud of the Mind come down on the Vanguard Warrior. Yeah. So, and a military attack, Bonsai would be enough to break as well. And Phoenix is on 3 Bonsai. So we might have an Against the Waves to ready one of these other Shugenja. But there we go. We see the Shrewd Yusuke sacrificed to the 2nd Funeral Pyre. Yeah, another take-up command or common cause. Take-up command would bring in the Vanguard Warrior and common cause. Trading a common cause for both activations of Solemn Scholar. I feel like I would take that. I don't know. I'm not good at this game anymore, though, so maybe I'm wrong. But we do see common cause to get rid of the Vanguard Warrior. So they did have one, at least one. And so Oshi is going to be ready here. And so We'll see if Phoenix decides to be aggressive with the Sullen Scholar and attack, or if they're going to pass and be a bit defensive. All right, we do see Phoenix decide to pass their conflict opportunity. So getting over this Oushi to break is going to be tough with just 2 strength on this Solomon Scholar. All right, and Oushi coming in politically. Looks like they're going to go at an unknown province. So Vanguard Warrior was clouded. So they weren't going to get the fate from the Vanguard Warrior either way. All right. And so we do see an attack into Korimori here. And Solemn Scholar bows Oushi and defends as well. And it looks like this is a fire ring attack. Yeah, the scholars are still active. Well, one of them's not anymore. All right. And so we see Phoenix with 3 rings to 0. So going to retain favor. We do see Reprieve come down on Oushi. Let's see if we've got a let go from Phoenix, and we do. All right. So Oushi's going to go away because there was not another Reprieve. And so we see 2 scholars and Suki left on Phoenix, and 2 Yasukis left on the crab board. And so currently we've got 1 break to no breaks. And Crab does keep both funeral pyres. They flip over a Forges, a Lab, and one of the Forgotten. All right. And with their, they are going to buy a Butcher of the Fallen with 2 Fate. So no one's going to be able to defend that on the Phoenix side. On the Phoenix side, we see a dupe of Suki and an Ujina, as well as 2 Forgotten Libraries. So these libraries are good for Phoenix, but those the Cooney Lab, Forges, and Funeral Pyres are all great for Crab. So it's what holdings do you value more here, yours or theirs, to decide if you want to use the Season of War. And with Crab passing first, I don't think we'll see a Season of the War here. And we do see Ojina was bought with 3. So lots of potential void triggers there to start removing characters. All right, and we see another 5-5 bid with 2 additional draws from the Forgotten Library for Phoenix. So Phoenix definitely up on cards. Honor staying fairly even. Yeah, not leaving enough fate for display of power. We already have seen 1 display of power And Phoenix is running just 2 copies of Display of Power, so it's possible they just don't have it. They're also running 2 Consumed by 5 Fires, which we just really haven't seen any um, real valuable times to play that. Phoenix also hasn't had the Fate for it either. All right, and so we see it looks like this Butcher is going Military Earth to take that off the table. At Shameful Display, none of these characters can defend. Yeah, 2 Display of Power, 2 Consumed by 5 Fires. All right. So we do see an Ancient Master played in for defense here. Leaving Phoenix with no Fate. Shameful Display. Still not going to be enough to prevent the break here. Um, all right, there we go. And we see Stronghold activation to give +2 glory to the Ancient Master, which is enough to stop the break. So we see Bonsai come down on the Butcher. All right, and we see a Bonsai played on the Ancient Master. So keeping that break out of range by just a single skill. We'll see what Crab can do to get this break. All right. So we see Forge is used to grab a second Cooney Labs, which is going to bring Shameful Display to breaking once again. Lots of back and forth on this conflict of breaking versus not breaking. All right. When we see a Supernatural Storm, that's going to be for Phoenix to actually be winning the conflict. So we see Take Up Command is going to bring in one of the Forgotten. So let's see if Phoenix has a Let Go they want to use here. And it doesn't look like they do. So one of the Forgotten comes in. And so now this Butcher, this one of the Forgotten brings in 6 additional skill. That's going to be enough for Shameful to break. Yeah, Supernatural Storm is really good. So, but I believe that was only a +4 Supernatural Storm. Yeah, that was just a +4, not a +5. All right. It looks like we're going to see a Fire Ring Poke here with Scholar at City of the Rich Frog. And we see a defense with the shrewd Yasuki. Because of these two labs, Yasuki's going to be winning this 3-2. And we see Yasuki activated to add a card to the hand of the crab player. All right, and we see Bonsai used to get up to 6 skill on Phoenix, and we're going to see Bonsai used by Crab to prevent the break, go for the win there, get back up to 7. All right, and so we see Crab win that fire, or that firing as well. All right, so this other province is going to be Sanfuku Sado for Phoenix. So our face down province there. Hey, thanks for the follow, Paul. I appreciate that. So it looks like they're going to go at political water at Korimori. And so we're going to see a defense with Suki here. And let's see if they decide to defend with anybody else. And looks like they're going to defend with the second Solemn Scholar as well. So we see Phoenix currently winning this conflict 7-4. And so we'll see if you get activated by Crab to get an extra card in their hand. All right, and we see an Infiltrator come down and reduce the strength of Korimori here. And that is enough for Crab to be winning this conflict now. So we'll see if Phoenix has anything to give them additional boosts here to win this conflict. Yeah, I don't think it does either. So Water Ring will ready the Yasuki probably for some defense. Um, Maybe one of the Forgotten, but since it's going to be a political attack, Suki is who makes sense there. Or Yasuki, not Suki. right, so we do see Funeral Pyre actually get used after Korimori switches this to the Void Ring. All right, and we see a second Infiltrator come down. So that is going to be enough to break this province. So we'll see if Phoenix wants to invest any more gas into this. And it looks like they are going to play an Ancient Master. But with this province being down 2 strength, I believe this is still breaking. Um, and so we see a fan come down on Yasuki. Yeah. Yeah, if this breaks, you need to deal with the Butcher on Brotherhood. So yeah, this conflict is definitely starting to matter. All right, and we see Take Up Command come down on this Yasuki. Gonna bring in one of the Forgotten for an additional 2 political skill. Getting us back up to breaking here. KM is 2 right now. Oh no, it's max once per complex. So yeah, it is 3. Um, so yeah, so it is 3 here. And that is going to be a break on Korimori here. So the way that Phoenix deals with Butcher on Retire is their first player next round. They attack Void to take that last fate off of Butcher, and then they can actually get rid of them with Ujina. Yeah, pacifism is the other way to deal with it. Let's see, are they running pacifism? No pacifism in this deck. So attachments are 3 Katana, 3 Fan, 3 Cloud. Yeah, you have to win that Void conflict. Yeah, so Phoenix going water here. They can ready the Ancient Master that they boosted with the Stronghold to secure favor. This is the only Butcher that we've seen, and it actually came from Stronghold. So I guess we did see one earlier discarded to the Stronghold as well on turn 1. So that is the second Butcher. USA did pretty good in the first round. I don't know how they're doing in round 2 right now. Let's see. Right now, it looks like it's 1 win by Brazil, 1 win by USA. Um, and so it looks like this is the 3rd game. So whoever wins this brings it to 2-1 for their country. And Phoenix is going to gain a lot here as their characters all leave play. All right, so we see an envoy, a quartermaster, a Hida Guardian, and a keeper initiate, as well as an iron mine flipped for Crab. And we see the final Suki, an Inferno Guard Invoker, another Season of War, and an Imperial Storehouse for Phoenix. So we see Phoenix use the Imperial Storehouse and grab by the Quartermaster. And we see the dupe for Suki. Rebuilds, I think 2 have been played. One got censured, and the other one I do believe went through. So 1 rebuild, maybe just a single. Yeah, see, 1. Oh, so maybe just a single rebuild. Oh, yeah, the other one that I was thinking was rebuild was actually a Forges. And we see Way of the Crab used and Center to cancel it. And then Phoenix uses Season of War. And so we see Double Prodigy of the Waves and a Yojimbo come out for Phoenix, as well as a favorable ground. So that's one way to get around this Butcher, is that favorable ground. And yeah, we do see double Oushi, a Butcher, and another Keeper Initiate for Crab, as well as the Season of War and their final Funeral Pyre. Void Eugenia 1, CTM the other, yeah. So there we go. We do see the second Butcher bot with 1. And Phoenix passed right away. So we could actually see 5 fires played here before the conflict to remove both Fate from these Butchers, and they'll go away to Brotherhood. So that's a definite play we could see here. And Crab is about to cycle their deck. In fact, if we do see a 5 fires here to clear these Butchers, we will probably see, at this point, we will definitely see Phoenix be, or Crab be at a point to cycle their deck. Yeah. So I think we poke air politically and 5 fires. So I think that's better than poking Void to take one of them out of the game. But I don't know. What is chat's thoughts on this? And we see a 3 to 5 bid on this draw phase. You don't like that bid if he has 5 fires? Maybe he's digging for the 5 fires and hoping. Yeah, I don't think you're trying to win via dishonor here either. But Brotherhood, 5 fires takes both Butchers off the table for Brotherhood. So that protects the stronghold. And then Phoenix could potentially get 2 breaks here this turn. So, and 2 breaks by Phoenix will shuffle the Dynasty deck of Crab. Yeah. So breaking on political 5 fires means Crab gets nothing if they attack into Brotherhood. All right. So I'm guessing maybe no 5 fires here since we're seeing Ugina go void, political void here. So this will take one of the butchers off the table. Not gonna lie, I was really hoping for the 5 fires play. Let's see here. So Crab would have 2 skirmishers and I think 1 infiltrator left for conflict characters. Yeah, it definitely would have been more epic. Um, and we see a rebuild for 9. So that's going to save the Butcher from leaving due to Ugina, but not due to Brotherhood. So let's see here. So Phoenix has 2 Tadakas, and I think maybe 1 more Ancient Master, or have all 3 Ancient Masters already been seen? Yeah, they've got 2 Tadakas. All 3 Ancient Masters have been played. And we see another rebuild for this Iron Mine and Censure to cancel its effects. All right, we see a reprieve come down on the Butcher. So doing everything they can to try and keep this Butcher in play, knowing that this is going to be retire. We see Let Go come down on the reprieve. All right, and we see Crab passes. Butcher is such a reasonable card. All right, and we see Tadaka come down. And Tadaka can defend this. Alliteration for the win. Butcher brought back from beyond before bouncing against Brotherhood. Yeah. That is a pretty good alliteration, Paul. All right. So there we see the attack into retire. That's going to send that Butcher away. Not going to get any replacements because there's no cards left in the Dynasty deck. We'll see Tadaka defend here. And we'll probably see Tadaka triggered first action. Oh, it looks like I missed the follow from Shane. Thanks so much for the follow, Shane. I appreciate that. Slowly making my way towards the 50 followers for affiliate. I'll get there one day. So. All right. So this is a military water attack. Let's see. Does water get any keeper initiates? I imagine it should since the whole deck is there. Crab is running keeper initiates. Yeah, running 3. So if Crab wins this, they'll get 3 keeper initiates, unless 2 of them are face down. I guess that's still a possibility. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So all 3 keeper initiates. All right. And we do see favorable ground used to bring Suki in and a katana attached to both Tadaka and the Butcher. So we see Phoenix currently win this 8-10. All right, and we see a pass from Crab. And clock's starting to get really low. About 6.5 minutes for Crab, 12.5 minutes for Phoenix. So we do see an Against the Waves come down to Ready Suki. And I imagine we'll probably see a poke of the air ring here for that 2 fate. Yeah, and we see military air. And let's see at Manicured Gardens. So we see 3 here. We'll probably see the box used to go up to 5 to get this to break. And we do see an Infiltrator actually come down. So there is the 3rd Infiltrator. All right. And so Phoenix now needs 1 more skill to break this Manicured. Doesn't look like they have it, so they're just going to get the air ring, take an honor from Crab, and win the favor. 2 honor after this shuffle. All right. So Crab is our first player here. They're going to come at the stronghold pretty hard. We see an envoy and a vanguard warrior, as well as a funeral pyre come out. Or that was the same funeral pyre, wasn't it? Oh no, it is a new one. Um, and so we see here a duplicate of Tadaka used to add a fate. And Crab uses their box to get one of the Forgotten. And we see Inspired Visionary purchased by Phoenix. All right, so we're going to see a lot of military skill coming at the Stronghold here. These invokers can actually, no, they can't defend because we didn't get that break on Manicured. So right now, Tadaka is the only one that can defend. Had we gotten that break on Manicured, though, these invokers would be really good right now. Not liking Crab's chances here. They are running low on time and honor. So, and we see a 1 to 5 bid here. So honor not an issue anymore. We see Cloud the Mind go down on Butcher, so that's going to allow a good defense from Phoenix here. And we see Prepare for War on the Butcher to get rid of that Cloud the Mind. Let's see here. Has Phoenix used all their censures? All right, well, regardless, we see another Cloud the Mind. Yeah, I'm not calling this game in either person's favor right now. Oh, there we go. We see the Skirmisher come down, gets covert. That's going to get around to Dada. So we'll see if Phoenix can muster enough strength with their other characters. Do they realize that Butcher and Skirmisher are not in there anymore? Because they had flipped the Ring of the Political. Yeah, they do catch that. All right. Bring them back in. So we see a military Earth at the Stronghold with 14 skill. Tadaka being converted. So we'll see defense here, likely with everybody else. And we'll see Invoker used to honor themselves, most likely, for 4 additional skill. We'll see Stronghold activation first. Yeah, this game's gone back and forth quite a bit. It's been a real good game between these two players. And Crab's time is getting really low, and I do think that if we see Phoenix win, it will be on time. But we see strength in numbers to send Suki home, and Tadaka used to look at 4 cards in the hand We see Common Cause fight on and 2 Tessins, and Common Cause is discarded from those. All right, we see Funeral Pyre used to get rid of the Caillou Envoy, and Invoker's used to give himself +6 stats thanks to the Stronghold activation. So Crab definitely needs to be very wary of their time here. Yeah, I think if Crab can't get the break here, they won't have enough time to win, because Phoenix will be able to come in, probably get 1 break on political. They may not be able to get that 2nd break on military, though, due to the fight on. Um, yeah, I don't think they can get the break here either, because they need +6. Um, yeah, well, straightening Invoker, let's see. Invoker going to be able to break over Butcher. What is that skill right now? Um, 11 versus 8. Yeah, Crab prepare for war. That was unexpected. But yeah, doing the yeah, Void to get rid of the Butcher so that they can't fight on. That makes sense. So just based off of time here, it does look like USA is going to take this win. And so that is going to put USA up 2-1 in this round 2. And we do see the GG come down from Aqua with Team Brazil. So this was a well-fought game by both players. Definitely high-level play. Crab saying that they should have coverted the Inferno Guard Invoker instead of Tadaka. Um, Definitely would have made a difference. So, but that was well played by everybody. So thanks so much for tuning into this game. It was a blast to cast. So we'll continue watching as games come this week, see what we can catch. But thanks so much, and we'll catch you later.